You did. That's the problem with Jane Austen. So yeah, so we have all of our characters and stuff set up. I, as a facilitator, will be playing a character, so that's that. Ben does not have a thing and is not joining us, so we are good to roll. Um, let's just go around and introduce our characters at the top, just to refresh who and what we are already.
Meant to reread the rules this week.
Yeah,
Did not.
yeah,
I
I
did.
think it's gonna be fine.
I did so little this week, relative to just holding on, white knuckling to everything else going.
Yeah, that's fair.
The hell? Why is my
Let's see. I will be playing Clement Stokes. He, him, age 26. I am a meddler from New Money, and that means I'm an outrageous and inaccurate gossip, always scheming in the best interests of others, possessed of few social barriers, and blind to intentions or schemes directed towards me. My desire is the quote is what is right to be done cannot be done too soon. I want to restore my reputation and be forgiven by a former friend. That's right. Oh, that's right. And my relationship is I was former friends with Colonel Woodhouse. I wronged them painfully and completely. Cool. Ms. Marcy.
Yes, I will be playing Miss Marzi Denny of Pemberley. She, her, age 22. She is a new arrival, which means she is aloof and mysterious, brimming with hidden secrets, a novelty, and a pawn in local politics. She is also foreign, which basically just means not from London. Her desire is the quote for the desire is selfishness must always be forgiven, because there is no hope of a cure. Her goal is to make proposals from or receive proposals from or make successful proposals to at least two eligible individuals, marry one and discreetly farewell the other. People in this world are so unreliable, even the most faithful of affections are quickly cast aside when a wealthier target comes into view. You have realized the folly of putting your hopes in but one place. The careful hunter checks all their snares, and only the finest morsel is cooked and eaten for dinner. She is mentored by Sir Grant, who we'll meet momentarily. And I think that, oh yeah, and then I have a description here. Cheerful, sprightly, and rarely found indoors. Far more focused on natural sciences than on social connections, much to her mother's chagrin. Rarely sits still, somehow finds a reason to wander off from the latest ball or evening party.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I didn't read mine. I'm fun, quirky, bubbly, easily offended, but quick to forgive, just like me. Cool, Colonel Woodhouse.
It is Colonel Philip Woodhouse of Barton College. My desire, my desire is to orchestrate at least one marriage between people of my choosing. Love is a beautiful and tender thing, and an advantageous marriage is a financial and practical triumph. Of course, I see neither of these things in my immediate future, but that doesn't mean I cannot involve myself in their delights. There are so many people in my circles eminently suitable for each other. It is my pleasure, no, my duty, to help them along.
Duty.
And after the first novel chapter, I'm supposed to decide on two potential couples and share these with the facilitator, which is kind of Mark, sort of.
Yeah.
And play. And my desire is to see one or both happily married. I'm a socialite with a military background. I am by the book, I am stuffy, and I wear my mid-level military uniform like a higher status symbol than it is.
And your rivals with Miss Daisy? Is that
Oh, yes, rival with Miss Marcy Denny.
Oh
Which
no.
amusingly, for me, it is certainly a bitter rivalry, but for them, it's might be fairly trivial. Miss Marcy may not even be aware of our rivalry.
That sounds Marcy coded.
And Sir Grant.
Hi, I'm Sir Grant Haywood of Pemberley. My desire marriage is indeed a maneuvering business. My desire is to bolster my love's interest reputation and then win my parents' permission to marry them. In an ideal world, one is not dependent on the permission of one's parents to pursue their deepest and most ardent perfect affections, but sadly, this is not an ideal world. And if I want to wed without losing that sweet inheritance, I'll need permission from Mummy and Daddy. And of course, pleasing them means choosing a spouse with a completely impeccable reputation. In today's world of endless gossip, this is no easy task. Create a parent is a mandatory connection. I'm 25, he, him. I am friends with Clement, giver and taker of this card, long-standing acquaintances. Also old flame with Clement. I think. Yes.
That's your secret.
Secret. Don't tell anyone. Secretly, I'm a romantic and beholden to old money, sharp-witted, cutting, and headstrong on the surface. Secretly, I will go out of my way to see true love blossom.
Nice. And we are also playing some connections. We're not the only 4 people here. Did you make a parental connection? Who are you playing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a parental connection.
I'm playing Hilda.
Oh yeah,
Hilda's my parent, played by Peter.
cool. Well, let's go around and talk about our connections. I'm playing Jonathan, who is a commanding officer, who thinks I am. Oh yeah, thinks that Philip, who thinks Philip Woodhouse is not quite suited for military success. Jonathan's an army major who's ambitious, kind, but acts with typical military rigidity, little prospect of an inheritance, aware that marriage is the best way to advance his position. And I'm also playing Anastasia, they, them, who is Grant's who thinks Grant is a bit of a prude and could loosen up a little. They're unconventional, widowed, distractive, creative, eccentric. Cad of a husband died in a horse racing accident, leaving them the estate. Cares little about society's opinion. Who is
I think I'm next.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm playing Daniel, he, him, Clement's less wealthy mentee. Daniel thinks Clement is a useful connection and easy to flatter. Daniel is an aspiring professor with doubtful prospects, ambitious but poor, always the center of attention. His charm is his best weapon in his quest for tenure. So that should be fun to play. And then my other character is Hilda, she, they, Sir Grant's mom. I think Grant is a dreamer and needs to face reality. Rich, influential, widowed, proud, determined, and protective, dedicated to the success of the family name, gives plentiful advice in the form of constructive insults.
I shall be playing the connections of Anna, who is a she, her, who is Clement's friend, a new arrival in town. She thinks that Clement is fun, but needs to think more of themselves and less of others. Anna is a party lover, large family, cheerful, curious, rarely sits still, lives in anticipation of the next ball or evening party, lover of nature in all its forms. And then I shall also be playing Harriet, she, her, who is Marzy's childhood rival, and thinks Marzy is a bit too presumptuous for a ward and far too philosophical for a ward of Pemberley. Why can she not settle into proper behavior and better prospects? Harriet is flirtatious, free, and entertaining, and enjoys manipulating those who surround her, a trader in gossip and secrets.
And Nick.
I will be playing Aubrey, they, them. I'm the captain of the Diana. I think Marzi is wasting her time with the season. Why doesn't she hear the call of the sea and all her natural philosophy whatsits? I'm a born leader, often called to action against the burgeoning troubles with old Boney. That's Napoleon to you landlubbers. I drink, tell rude stories, and deliver friendly and sensible commands while at sea. I do try to make what adjustments I can when in good society, but it never quite takes. And I am also playing Isabel, she, her, Philip's favorite aunt. I think Philip is better suited to be a suitor than a soldier.
Hmm.
I'm a social tactician. I'm well connected, friendly, fashionable, and disarming. I'm adept at using society's opinions and conventions to my advantage, and most likely I am one step ahead of you.
Nice. Cool. So that is all of the many characters in play there. Let's see. So we're going to start off the first phase, which will be a novel phase. Let me pull that up there. The novel phase, the first novel phase, basically the instructions are do scenes. We're going to do the first novel phase is going to be an event. And so first thing we need to do is choose what kind of event. Some suggested events from the books are birthdays, funerals, picnics, balls, masked balls, engagement parties, county fairs, dinner parties, long nature walks, theater, amateur dramatics, church, wedding, hunting, army regiment parade, sale, the family manor, a birth, Christmas, ghost watching, court, the deathbed of a connection, or a garden party featuring hedge maze of love. Any of those sound interesting?
All of them.
We see
Roll
Ghost.
randomly.
Yeah, random.
Ghost
How
watching.
many? 1, 2, 5.
Random, and please be ghost watching.
Roll a D20. Oh, so close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is one off from ghost watching.
Yes.
Christmas.
Same thing. Could be ghost watching.
Same thing. Do we want to just bump it up and do a ghost watch?
Don't matter to me.
All right.
Haunted Christmas.
Haunted Christmas.
There you go. Combine them.
Because I think
There
like
are ghosts involved in Christmas, according to Dickens.
Yeah,
well, and like A Christmas Carol that was Victorian England, but like there's like a tradition of Christmas ghost stories that
there is. Where would we be ghost watching?
The
Oh,
park at night.
I was thinking maybe a cemetery.
Ooh, a
Oh
cemetery.
yeah,
We'll
love
keep
a
it on
cemetery.
cemetery.
Love it.
Cool. So
like a Christmas vigil at the cemetery.
yes.
Oh.
All of our major characters will be there. Let's each pick one connection to be there, just so it's not just like a weird crew of a dozen people hanging out in the
Oh
cemetery.
my God, Hilda's not there.
I'll pick.
Anastasia's there, probably.
I think Isabel's there.
Oh, that we are playing, or that is our
That we're
connection?
playing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Well, it's also, I mean,
Aubrey's
I
definitely
wish
there.
I'd.
I was about to say that was
kind of thought-
Oh yeah, I'm
I
playing.
kind of thought connections you called on as needed. So, like, if a part came in a scene,
Oh yeah.
oh, this connection could really mess things up for this person. They could appear and be like, oh, just
Okay, so we'll sort of preload. If only there were a sea captain here.
Yeah.
Only a sea captain showed
I mean,
up here.
probably either would work, but you have a little more freedom if you.
Yeah, so
Just
event
don't-
event chapters are usually full cast chapters that contain the possibility for all or most of the game's important characters to be present. So we'll say it's us and then whoever we decide is necessary to show up.
Whoever can most mess things up for somebody.
Yeah.
Complicate life.
For instance.
Speaking of, there are a couple things to be aware of as we go forward with our scenes. We each have a couple of resolve tokens. Resolve tokens will be used in the novel chapter phase. We must spend resolve tokens when we want our character or connection we're playing to do or know something difficult or unlikely that's of significance to the story. If we want a connection you control to do something harmful to the interests of a major character or connection that's of interest to the story. If we want to create, contribute to, or change narrative events or details that are significant to the story and are beyond the actions of our characters, or if we want to compel another major character to do something, and that'll be a choice for them. All of those, we just spend the tokens. For the compel, you give the token to the other person. Things that are always of significance to the story. Things that have to do with relationships between characters and connections, changes in wealth or reputation, revelation of secrets, and if in doubt, it is significant. So that means we can paint the scene, we can describe what like people are kind of like generally doing and looking like, and we can control our own characters unless we're trying to do something difficult or unlikely. But I'm not I'm not sure this is the intention of the I keep wanting to say contempt tokens, of the resolve tokens. But I think with this group, with a good group, we naturally want to like inject trouble and accept the trouble just to make it as worse as possible. My read of the resolve tokens is to keep that to a Regency level instead of a telenovela level. So yeah, we'll not be crazy about it, but we'll keep an eye on it, I guess. The other thing we want to keep an eye on is our reputations. There are we're not doing any reputation mechanics during this phase, but later on we will, and we want to take a look at things that might raise or lower our reputation in the future. So each of us has a positive and negative thing on our sheet, and there are general reputation things that are on the. Did we put it somewhere on the character keeper, or is it just on? I did.
Oh wait, I think maybe yes. Oh, in the mouse over of
Yeah, sorry, I was
reputation.
muted. Yeah, if you mouse over your gain a positive tag, you'll see all characters get a positive tag if they blah.
Oh, nice. And all
negative
that
as well.
things.
Yeah.
Great. So there's a lot of things to keep track of. Don't worry about keeping track of them. Just do Regency.
I have
Actually, that might make
somehow not
sense.
put down my positive tag, and I'm not sure where to look for that.
That
Could you point me there?
I think those were on the character PDF things.
I feel like we could make something too.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Stands.
Character role sheets. I think was it the character role sheets?
Yeah, I'm just forgetting where it is. Sorry.
Maybe it was on the background one.
What are we looking for? I missed.
What the positive trait of?
Oh, there we are.
Oh yeah, it's in the character role sheets. You're right.
The background sheets. So your background is old money.
Old money.
So your positive tags suggested are sensible, well-connected, dependable, generous, or caring.
Oh,
Caring.
yeah.
And I start off with an additional one because I'm a cad.
Of course.
Yay.
Because of my the relationship, the formal friends, or I think one of the desires. Yeah. So I got an extra resolve token and an extra negative tag. Those negative tags can be acted upon or spent to get resolve tokens. So if you want to bring up, see, I think only, or which way is it? There's something specific about it. Only. So reputation tags are adjectives that describe how society views you. You can use those tags to create a change in the narrative by erasing it and exchanging it for a resolve token, which you immediately use. So if you wanted to use that caring tag, you would say, I'm doing something particularly caring, which is going to cause this change that you would normally need a reputation token or a resolve token for. You can also do that with negative ones. Only you can use the positive tags to do that. Anyone can do a negative tag. So if I wanted Colonel Philip to be blunt and cause some change, I could hit his negative tag and take that off. During the reputation phase, when we hit our third negative tag, there's a mechanical effect that comes up. Yeah, smoke them if you got them for the negative ones, I think. If you want to use the negative tags to cause trouble, that's a good thing to do. Anything else? Not really. Yeah, I think that's the main things. Yeah, so in the novel chapter phase, we're determining the chapter type we did. It's going to be ghost watching in the graveyard. we're all going to be there and whoever else needs to be there. Um, Based on your desires and whatnot, um, we can kind of talk about what kind of scenes we might like to see, and then we'll just do scenes. Um,
Remind me again. I'm trying to remember what are the 4 check boxes under the reputation tags.
those are
2 of 2.
the conditions. So when you hit your third positive or negative,
Oh, those are the conditions. Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So those aren't
Yeah.
active until you activate them.
Dig it.
So if you want to power game it, just like positive, 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 positive. do all your positive stuff.
And then did you talk about? Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
paying attention. The inner versus the conflict thing. I can't remember.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
just-
we don't really do that until the keep phase, I think. So you can think about what your conflict might be, but we don't need to worry.
Oh, that's right. That's like later on we go. It's kind of like in the other game where did you do this thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did do that thing.
yeah,
But they're good things to maybe look at to drive our characters to doing something.
yeah. If you have a hit for like what you want your thing to be, then go for it. But I think let me double check.
So funny because like last week after I just read all the instructions, I felt like I really had a handle on this game, and then I didn't read them again this week. I'm like, how does anything work anymore?
A lot of little things. In good society, but today in games of bad, you'll use the air conflicts today.
I've purged all my brain cache since last week.
Yeah, so at the very end of the cycle, we'll do that. So the end of
Dig
the
it.
cycle is novel for free play. Basically, we do a reputation round. We make up some rumors and scandals. We do an epistolary thing where we write letters, and then we do another novel reputation and epistolary, and then we do all the upkeep stuff. Oh yeah, the other tokens I forgot about were the hey, it's time to I gotta talk to someone else later. What were the monologues, the monologue tokens?
Oh yeah, you can spend those.
Everyone starts off with a monologue token. At any time during the game, you can play your monologue token on someone else, and that character must immediately feel their innermost thoughts and feelings through the inner monologue.
That's what the MT is next to
yeah.
resolve tokens.
Yeah.
So yeah, anytime you want to make someone do a monologue, you can do that.
To reveal more about themselves.
And you get that back at the upkeep at the end of the.
So one person could be giving 3 monologues.
Yep.
Multiple
Does
characters.
anyone know, because I don't, is it epistolary or epistolary?
I
Or
say
something
epistolary.
else?
But yeah,
It has
You say what?
a pew pew in it. Epistolary.
Okay, epistolary.
Yeah.
I've only seen it written. I was like, no idea how you say
No worries.
I've always said it in my brain, epistolatory.
that.
I've always had another extra syllable in there, and then when I try and say it for real, I'm like that's not how that's only my brain talk.
In my brain, I just mumble it.
Letter writing.
Yeah,
Yes,
letter writing.
right.
The writing phase.
Yeah. Cool. So I want to. What do I want to do? I want to.
I want to rock.
Oh, great. Oh, I also need to create and spread a rumor about I did. I'm going to put a thing on the rumor. We decided it was that Colonel Woodhouse offered me a military position. I turned it down. I think that was it.
Oh wow.
That sounds familiar. I remember us talking. I don't remember when or why, but I do remember us saying that.
Yeah. So that's going to be a rumor that is out there.
Why do you have a rumor already? That is part of
because of my desire to make my reputation better. I need to start off with a bad reputation.
Yeah, I think we decided that's why we had this falling out, because like I sort of went out of my way to kind of let you bypass the shitty positions, and I was gonna get you right into like a better position, and you're like, no thanks, man. Don't want to be a military dude. I was like, what? What?
Oh, hold on. How dare you?
Oh no, he's in walrus mode again.
The name of Clarence Stokes will be blackened.
The current rumor is Clement is an ungrateful cad for turning down Colonel Woodhouse.
This is not a rumor, it is a fact.
Not yet, it's not. Create and spread. Ooh, so a spread rumor is an actual real rumor.
Right.
Cool. So that
Damn right, I've been spreading that.
Let's see.
But don't do any favors to Clement, because he'll just spit in your face.
So my desire is to restore my reputation. Great. And be forgiven. Okay. Cool.
Good luck with that, Stokes.
I got some resolve tokens. Cool. What kind of scenes would folks like to see?
The world is our burrito.
To set up your own particular desires.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I will learn by doing.
Well, let's see. What is Marzi here to do?
Does Sir Grant have a love interest yet?
I think that Clement was like my old flame.
Oh, so you're. Oh, that would be. Yeah. So you're
So
interested.
I wonder, like, yeah.
Still holding the candle for your old flame.
You would want to bolster my reputation, so your parents will approve.
Yeah. Maybe I'm speaking on your behalf or something.
That's fantastic. So maybe there's a scene where you and the Colonel are like poking around a mausoleum or something.
Yeah, that's good, because I also think I've probably been I've probably got my eye on Sir Grant to match up with somebody else.
Oh, who of the connections would you want to match?
Well, certainly not Miss Marzi Denny of Pemberley.
Who
Did I feel about her?
Did I hear my name?
No. So
perhaps it is one of those titmice you find around here.
let me see.
Are there any?
I think maybe Anna. I think
Clement's
Anna
friend
would probably be a suitable, because Anna thinks she needs to think more of themselves and less of others. So it sounds like she puts others before herself a lot. And I'm like, well, that's very noble.
No, she thinks more of herself. Oh, she needs to. Yeah.
She needs to think more
So,
of herself.
so
and less
maybe
of others.
you've arranged for her and Sir Grant to accompany you, so you can kind of nudge them together.
Yeah, I think that's
Go for it. And you are also playing Anna, so
that's true. Or it does say, in situations like this, you can have someone else play the connection if you don't want to, or especially like if it's just those two characters and you don't want to be talking to yourself the whole time.
You want one of us to play Anna?
Yeah, that'd be more fun just to get more people involved.
Peter would probably make sense since she's going to be my rival, I think.
Sure, let's have Peter step into Anna just for the scene.
Oh, sure.
You want to paint the scene a little, like what the graves that you're looking at look like in this near Christmas time?
Are we poking around like tombs or graves or?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to be like inside like a family?
Yeah, I was just about to say like a mausoleum, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Of a renowned, revered historical military general.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Had many accomplishments and medals to his name.
And I think in this scene, in my guess is Anna's kind of flitting through like a manner of moving that is just like not fitting the environment, but kind of, and seems to know everyone and talks to somebody who's looking at a memorial plaque and says, "Oh yes, he, Mr. Bartham, indeed, was a military commander who never fought in any battles, but was so beloved that they still considered him part of the group for morale," he said. "Bartham for morale. Lovely to see you again, Harold." And off she goes. Dance through the space. If that's, and then she I think she is given a momentary pause at seeing Philip, and then kind of puts on just it's a bit of more of a mask in this case of, "Hello, Colonel. How are you finding the Christmas spirits?"
As usual, they are very comforting. It's a time for family, a time for friends, a time for to to just look forward to the new year and the things it may bring our way.
Indeed, in this holiest of times, we are closest to those who have passed on, including, and then she just kind of like throwing a dart, plants a finger on the wall to see, including, oh my, Lady Ariel of Gwyntham the Second. Oh, there are stories that she lived to 120, purely from her poultices that she made from her garden. It was exciting, but every recipe died with her. Isn't that exciting, Philip?
But yes, how very, the old age is the reward of a good life, I do believe.
And as Marzi was telling me, that, what would Marzi have said? Oh, have you met her before? She's a new arrival. I should introduce you at some point. Regardless, it is exciting to see everyone here for the holiday
I think
spiritual stroll. And she's just continuing to
involuntarily, you've hit one of the Colonel's hot buttons, since he's currently carrying the negative trait of being blunt.
Oh no!
And I think he just sort of interrupts you. Miss Marzi Denny of Pemberley. I can't even stand to spit that name out of my mouth. It's not anyone that you should be looking up to in any way, shape, or form. But I've said too much.
No, and then Anna is just like, somehow it seems like she's sitting and leaning forward, even though she's standing up. It's like, oh no, tell me all.
It would not be proper for me to be airing personal slides. Just let me, as a gentleman, warn you. It is in your best interest to avoid Miss Marzi, and I use the term Miss loosely.
I, as but a humble innocent, and she's overplaying a little in this direction, welcome any advice to keep me on the path of virtue.
Milady, you seem very virtuous, and you seem someone who, as we all should, endeavor to put the needs of others in front of ourselves. And if I may be so bold, I think that it's amazing that a wonderful young lady like you miraculously remains without a partner. And as is my duty to also do unto others as best I can, may I be so humble as, well, I happen to know.
Is this a proposal? Is this... Oh, she shushes everyone else in the mausoleum.
And Sir Grant is there, right?
Oh, I thought maybe it didn't sound like yet, but I thought.
I wonder if Sir Grant's been here the whole time.
Maybe
doing. I think Sir Grant's doing a rubbing.
Too.
Or maybe this is like me and maybe we're all here, but I'm kind of having an aside
over there too.
With Anna. Like, have you ever considered
marriage? Of course.
No.
This is a lot of our world. I will say a dignified man of military bearing is a prize to be won.
While I am very, very flattered, I was thinking more in the way of Sir Grant Haywood of Pemberley. For I just see you two, and I think to myself, well, they seem to be...
I think that, yes, I mean, did we decide that Sir Grant is here?
I think he's
I think that Sir Grant has been here and has been doing like rubbings on the mausoleums and is like, and had been kind of not paying attention, but they had been getting closer and closer and louder and louder.
Oh, and I think Anna does not see this proximity and sort of draws Philip closer. Ah, well, Philip, I must return your favor in kind and warn you that proximity to a man of such sharp and caustic manner shall not be favorable in the season. Oh, indeed. I fear that man, Sir Grant Hayward of Pemberley, will not find love. Rather, he will chase it off with insults. No, no. Some
That
of us, some of us are meant for marriage, gesturing to Philip. Others of us are meant for a solitude that befits their honor.
uh, are you spending a resolve token to stymie his efforts to hook you up?
Oh yeah, let's say that. So Anna has spent one resolve token.
I think Sir Grant is like solitude
Oh
would
no!
be inimitably
He stepped forward
of
and said
great
that.
importance right now. This is this Christmas haunt walk is a old Pemberley tradition, and there is a reason we do not usually invite interlopers
I think
because
Anna just interlopers. She kind of senses that it's a barb, but it kind of flies off of her, and she wanders off to talk to someone
yeah, and I
else.
think Grant just kind of trails off at like kind of it has been doing the speech and then turns around to find no one there.
So,
Why
Grant,
can't I do my rubbings in peace?
I think you perhaps are a bit too harsh on Miss Anna. She's a
Ah,
wonderful person. She's very selfless, very giving. Is that not a trait you desire in a potential partner?
to be fair, when I first met Miss Anna, I found her the most, as most people do, I find her the most charming. I was wrapped around her little finger in the first conversation, but I I cannot move. I know that I am not some kind of small bird like she is, who can flit from roost to roost, place to place. I know I am a plodding crocodile, as you have called me before, and I know that is my nature, and I know that is my nobility, but I I was once tricked that I had her full attention and found that her attention was split 5 ways by the end of a sentence with me. I don't know that I could ever be. I do find her extremely charming, and I often fall under her spell, but once she is done pollinating my flower and moving on to the next,
But
Sir Grant, can I offer you a resolve token to compel you to talk me up to the Colonel?
who is me?
Clement.
Clement. Yes. And you want to be talked up because you refused the thing?
Well, because I want to repair my reputation with him, and if you are intending to
Yeah.
marry me, then you need me to have a good reputation.
Yes, yes. Of course. But you know who moves at a pace? I didn't want to say this while she was around
Mhm.
because you know that sort, the newer moneyed sort. They have warmer blood and have to flit around because it is their survival. But those of us who must stay with the tradition and the progress, what I'm trying to say is that what we really need more of in our life are people who are dependable and despite any flaws they may have, they are consistent. Someone who's more my speed, like Clement Stokes. I know what you are thinking.
Oh, you do
Clement
not know what I'm thinking.
Clement can be vulgar, ungrateful,
Okay, maybe you do know what I'm thinking.
and really and can feel like there was a time when I was trying to pick a rose from my mom's garden,
Mm-hmm.
and she told me not to pick it myself, that I would hurt myself. And you know what? She was right. One of those thorns got underneath my fingernail. And Clement is like that thorn. It hurt to Dickens, but it was there. It was constant. I could never, ever forget about it. So no matter that man's faults, no matter how he may irritate us, no matter how he may not be able to be controlled, he is always himself. And I cannot say the same for Anna, who shows a different face to every person, every.
Well, let me tell you from personal experience. Were you ever so foolish as to give your heart to one like Clement Stokes, I can tell you right now, he would be so ungrateful as to throw it on the ground, stomp on it, spit on it, and then feed it to a pig. That is what he would do with your heart if you offered it to Clement Stokes. Now, you may not see that. I am only looking for your best interests, for I don't want to see you end up that way, but please just listen to what I have to say. I know what you are saying about Miss Anna. You compare her to a flitting butterfly who goes from flower to flower in the garden. But, Sir Grant, I see in you the man who could snare that butterfly with a net. And then the butterfly would understand that it only needs one beautiful flower to be happy.
I would rather have my heart deliberately and scornfully thrown to that pig and know that it was done with his full attention and malice than have her forget about my heart because something shiny came along.
I think that scene, that's great. Cool. Who's next? Does Miss Marzi want to do something?
Yeah, I feel like Miss Marzi is probably kind of on the edge of the graveyard.
Mhm.
Kind of, I think she's found some bird tracks in the snow and is like looking closer at them. I feel like I feel like she's still relative as the foreign type. She's still very new to
Mhm.
Pemberley. How she is of Pemberley, but still coming back to it is, I suppose, to be explored. But I'm like, at this point, I'm wondering who is the worst person to give her the lay of the land here.
I mean, Clement's not a bad person to do that.
Just the fucking.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. Do we want any side character? If someone wants a side character to pop up, we'll pop up a side character when we need it. Yeah, so I think
I wonder if we have Aubrey and Clement.
Aubrey. Aubrey. Oh
Captain
yeah,
Aubrey.
Captain Aubrey, fantastic.
Mhm.
Who thinks Marzi is wasting her time and needs to go to the sea? Right, great. Oh shit. Okay, great. Yeah. So I think as we're like looking at the bird tracks, I think Clement is like pointing out like which track is which. Like, oh, that you know that's a fox that way, but over here you can see that this is where a crow alighted on this branch, and just completely bullshitting. Doesn't know anything about any of that stuff.
Oh no. And so, yeah, I think we're cutting in on Marzi asking, so the fox climbed the tree.
Yes. Crow was there, and crows stand out against the snow, making them easy prey for the forest predators.
And I think it's kind of like it's not occurring to Marzi to contradict this. It's just like I want to see where this is going. And sorry, what were you saying about the crows just now, Mr. Stokes? It was.
Yes, Mr. Stokes. Me. You can call me Clement. The crows, they are very easy to hunt in the wintertime since the black feathers stand out so starkly against the snow.
And but I think she's just like stymied and then looks at another set of tracks. It's like, oh, look, there seems to be a vole here who is its whole must be nearby.
Oh,
Scampering quite quickly, I should say. Ah, it,
I hope
I
it doesn't scamper into the graveyard. It's dreadful in there, don't you think? I don't understand the attraction of these macabre.
oh no, and then she's going on about, have you seen the lichens? The,
I'm not familiar with that family. Are
the
they?
marble substrate, and she's just going right on. The rough surface on the slightly decayed marble gives a surface for different sorts of plant-like growth to intermingle, and it is just exciting that I haven't seen these in Pemberley. Well, I haven't been to Pemberley,
Oh,
but this entire region, this feels like a unique and exciting place. You said macabre?
macabre. Yes, the just thinking about the bodies mere feet from our
Who are they? Oh, yes.
feet. I prefer to be on the outskirts of the graveyard where there's no chance of occasionally stumbling over an old acquaintance.
Oh, I love old acquaintances. You must tell me which old acquaintance has done you wrong, so I shall know to keep a wide berth of them.
Well, I'm afraid that I'm usually the one doing the wrong. I have a tendency to put my foot in my mouth where manners of politeness and civility are
Ah,
questioned.
indeed. Uh, the captain and I would know nothing of that, of course. We are creatures of perfect comportment.
Oh well, perhaps you can teach me sometime how to better behave in society. I'm
Oh,
afraid I've
observe. Oh no. I think, can we say that that some people from the previous scene are exiting the mausoleum at this point?
yeah.
For instance, observe, I believe that's, observe that lady walking out with the military gentleman from the mausoleum. It,
Is that Anna?
I think it's Anna, yeah.
Oh yes, she's a good friend of mine.
And she is clearly trying to persuade the military man of some instance, but I see by the outward signs the colonel is in a state of deep confusion.
He is getting on in years.
Observe how he seems to be weighing something of great difficulty.
His dinner, perhaps.
And considering asking of her questions with this earnestness to his gaze.
The captain is nothing if not earnest. He is steadfast in his beliefs and will does not have a lot of veneer to hide them behind.
Hmm. Now, out of game question about reputation tags. Can
Yeah.
I deliberately go strange, or is it up to other people to tell me to?
You can do both refreshing and strange. Only other people can do strange on you.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, yeah, I wonder if there's something refreshing I could do. I think, yeah, I think I want to just test out this mechanic as much as
Mhm.
anything, but I think her refreshing move is to compare it to being on the Diana. Um, it's so different from being on the Diana. It's that on a sailing vessel, you have this same conglomeration, group of people of all different types, and yet on the boat there is a common goal. There is the desire to give it to give a firm cannon handshake to Old Boney,
Mm.
and we will upon whatever mission we have. And yet here, there's the same intensity and intention, but I don't see the purpose. Perhaps the purpose is to just be be good in one another's company and uphold the standards, I suppose.
Do you, what are you spending that
I don't think I understand the mechanic.
Yeah, so I think maybe so I'm looking at the resolve token reference tab just to
And
see.
maybe I just
Yeah.
did something
Would
strange and
would it
No,
be helpful if like the captain came in and made you do something strange, or I don't
well,
know.
if you're using refreshing to get a token to do that, maybe you uh
I would be using it to some end.
yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe you are overhearing them or him talk about trying to get names, trying to get Anna and Grant together. Maybe that's like you overhear that.
Hmm.
Or you could spend it to like try to get me to do something.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
normally wouldn't do.
Oh, you know what I also just realized? I think we're supposed to replace inner conflict versus inner conflict with the actual inner conflicts that
Yeah,
place
but
for on our card.
when we do the upkeep, we do that the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we
okay.
don't choose ahead of time. We just like see what comes up and then be like, oh, okay, I see this character is doing duty versus love or whatever.
Oh, we
Oh,
choose
okay.
them later. Okay, I thought I couldn't.
That's my understanding, which may be imperfect.
Anyways.
Okay, so Marzi would be trying to get someone to do something. Ditto for Clement.
Yeah, or you could introduce something like a environmental thing that would be significant.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay. Um, hmm. Could I introduce a ghost?
Absolutely, yes.
When in doubt.
That would be a fantastic. Do you want to spend refreshing for that, or do you want to spend strange for that?
I feel like strange is the more logical thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think, oh no, she finds markings in the snow and says, "Oh, but these are not from any animal I know of." It
Hmm.
seems like there's a certain, wouldn't you say, Mr. Stokes, there's a symmetry to this? Sorry,
Yes.
Clement.
Um, um, I I don't recognize those tracks at all. In
A
fact,
deep and intricate spiral aiming us to some particular spot.
I think I like lean down and like run my finger along them, and maybe there's a like a some residue, like a little oily residue or something.
Yeah.
Surely some sort of machine, I imagine.
And let's see. Oh, I think she's says that she's in. Yes, I've encountered such things in my travels.
Oh, indeed.
The captain is the expert and will tell you stories to no end, but that this is a way to summon, to like far away look in her eyes, is a way to summon the dead to speak. And that if we merely arrange ourselves, and she waves the captain over, arrange ourselves around this shape, we may hear its voice from the beyond.
Ah, I see. I see. Marzi over here is trying to get the party started a bit quicker than it used. I thought we were gonna be waiting to see a natural ghost, but Marzi wants to invite him over.
Oh, what a delightful game. Yes, of course. Let's do this.
No harm can come of the invitation,
Not at
surely.
all.
Ah, if you ain't got no unresolved business with any of the dead, you shouldn't have anything to fear, right?
I barely know any of
Stokes,
the dead.
do you have any? A gentleman such as yourself probably doesn't have anyone upset at him, live or dead.
I think because of the rumor, you would know that.
Yeah, and I think kind of ribs him a little and is
Yeah.
like, I, of course, have several exes I do not wish to run into, but I doubt they would be on land because that's not where I put them, right?
A knowing chuckle from Marcy.
I'm sure I haven't offended any of the dead, but the living is another matter entirely.
Oh, the living can be so particular.
Especially on the land-bound ones.
Yes. When you're at sea, you can't be so picky, but here on land, people find the strangest rules because they would die of boredom otherwise.
Um, I think. um, well, which of the shanties should we sing then, Captain?
Oh, I was assuming we were gonna sing "Call 'Em Up from the Depths," but
Of course.
I know I always go for that one, so.
No, that one will not offend our dear Clement here.
It does have the least amount of swears in it.
Did you want an actual ghost to appear, or is this more the tone of
I don't know. I'm kind of. At first I did, but now that we're doing this, it kind of feels like Marzi and Aubrey are just kind of fucking with Clement.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we do need a living sacrifice, so Mr. Stokes, if you could stand in the middle of that spiral there.
I'm afraid I have several important business meetings next week. I'm unable to sacrifice myself at this time.
Oh,
Although I hate to reject another from a seagoing man.
Sorry, Mars. It looked like he was bothering you. I thought I was going to get him away.
oh, has Clement backed away from the
Yes,
conversation?
yes, I
Okay.
think yeah.
I think Aubrey gives like a shrug and is like, "You did want that, right?"
I
He
think we
had the oddest theories about crows.
what's our next?
Any human who claims to understand crows is a fool.
A liar and a fool.
He's a liar and a fool.
Cool. What's our next scene?
I would like a scene with an impressive vicar giving an edifying speech about the holiday season and some number of characters kind of having a whispered conversation in the pews.
Have we concluded the ghost hunting portion and moved to the religious portion for the evening?
I kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Like
like
now
Hilda
we're
would be
going to
there.
learn.
Oh yeah, there was like a mass or something, and we decided to get together to do this beforehand to kind of lighten the mood.
Yeah, I feel like the actual like tradition is to go to mass, and that's like where Hilda's waiting on everyone. But
Great. Oh yeah, that's great.
I
Who?
know they're doing that childish cemetery stroll.
It befits their intellectual abilities or something like that. Some of us need to hold on to that level of childlike wonder.
Um,
Oh man, I just want Anastasia and Hilda conversations forever.
let's see. Marzi wants proposals.
Yeah, which I completely.
Oh,
That's gonna be like the intention for the questions for a session where I'm just like out of my head.
oops. What do I want? Uphold the family name.
Restore my reputation. What if Clement and Colonel Philip have been seated near each other?
And like Clement tries to sit somewhere else and an efficient there's like no, no.
I want to sit next to him because I want to
other way around then.
repair things.
No, Colonel, I believe you're seated here.
Surely there must be a better
Next to
seat
Mr.
for a
Stone.
man of my military valor in here.
Colonel, I think it goes in alphabetical order. Clement, Colonel.
That's not how alphabetical. Stokes and Woodhouse.
Who am I to question the church?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Hilda has done a lot of work arranging things, and I know that you feel very strongly about people's arrangements being honored.
Indeed, our word is our bond. The things we do for each other in this life are beyond value. They're priceless. They cannot be bought, they cannot be sold, they cannot be valued.
Indeed, and a seating chart is as strong a bond as any, I imagine.
Well, it is true. Order is important, and it shows great organization on someone's part that they put this together and didn't leave it to just be chaos, people scrambling for favorite seats that they wanted.
Can you imagine what people scrambling to be favored by? Yeah. How it's been some while. How have you been this holiday season?
I've been fine. I'm enjoying my life. I've seen no ghosts here this evening.
Oh, I was almost introduced to a ghost earlier this evening by Captain Aubrey and Miss Marcy.
Miss Marcy.
Had she wronged you somehow as well?
And, Miss Marcy, it would not be befitting of a gentleman to speak ill of a lady, despite any wrongdoings she may have committed to any particular people in the past.
Did she turn down an offer that you made to her?
I said no such thing, sir. No
Oh,
such
but
thing that I
it's
said.
a strong implication that when a gentleman feels wounded by a lady like that, that's often the case. I understand you are perhaps lonely, but she seems a bit young for you, don't you think?
Sir, your implications are improper. I would never view Miss Marcy Denny of Pimberley in that light, even if she were not an of undesirable character.
Undesirable. Hmm. Is there anyone you deem desirable?
Well, if there were, it would hardly be fitting for me to reveal that to you before revealing it to them now, would it?
Well, I mean, although I know you do hold a low opinion of me, I have made several good acquaintances throughout various parties and balls, and I want to use a resolve token for something. I'm not sure what.
I was about to as well. That's good.
What is my character? Um, possible letter. Yeah, I don't have anything in mind. What were you thinking?
I was going to compel you.
Oh,
Yeah. And can other people use a resolve token, or does it just people in the scene?
I think you can use it for yeah, whatever you want. If you let's see, if you want to have your character do something, you'd probably be in the scene. If you want a connection to do something, they should be around. If you want to alter details, I think that's just whenever. I think you can compel people whenever too.
Okay.
I think I will use one to Mr. Stokes. If anything, I hope, despite any disagreements we have, you know me to be forthright. I would have a proposal for you. You see, in my conversations with Sir Grant Haywood of Pimberley, I find that unfortunately he seems to be quite hung up on you in some strange way that I do not fathom to understand.
Hmm.
And I think that Sir Grant could make a worthy partner for someone else. And I would encourage you, for the good of Sir Grant and any potential partners that Sir Grant may choose, that you perhaps get rid of any notions in his mind that he has a chance to be with you.
I'll accept that compel. on the condition that you tell me why you dislike Miss Marcy. Is that a deal?
I think so. Again, because regardless of
Excellent.
What are
any
you being compelled
struggles,
to do again?
To tell Sir Grant that I am in no way interested.
yeah, I'm basically trying to get Clement to dissuade Sir Grant of to
Mhm.
put Sir Grant off and be like, no, I'm not interested in any kind of relationship with you because Sir
Yep.
Grant is hung up on Clement, and I want Sir Grant together with Anna. I basically want Clement to spurn Sir Grant.
To be perfectly honest with you, um, Sir Grant and I did once share a certain intimacy, but as I find is far too common in the society, um, people seem to form attachments to me very easily, and they let go so reluctantly. But if I can do you a favor by freeing up your mind that I have any interest further in Sir Grant, I will be sure to dissuade him of that notion at my earliest convenience.
And I suppose you want me to fulfill my end of our agreement now before I even know that you will fulfill yours with Sir Grant?
Oh, player to player. That's not me. That's not Clement asking you to tell him.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. It's just
Yeah.
that's you as a player wanting me to
Yeah.
reveal to Clement.
And
Got you.
because
Okay, cool,
because
cool,
you
cool,
spent the token, Clement will do that. That's
dig it, dig it, dig it. Okay. Yes. Let me think for a moment. Well, then we have a gentleman's agreement, and I use the term loosely. Well, if you will indeed do Sir Grant that service, and you will be doing Sir Grant a service by releasing your hold on his heart, then you will at least be one step above Miss Marcy Denny of Pemberley.
Miss Marcy seems perfectly delightful. I don't know what anyone would have against her.
Well, let me do you this favor in kind for what you have done, or proclaim you will do for Sir Grant. Not for me, for Sir Grant, and any potential suitors he may have. Let me tell you to stay away from Miss Marcy Denny of Pemberley, for Miss Marcy Denny of Pemberley may pretend to have some interest in your heart, but should she do so, let me tell you this, it is not your heart she is interested in. There is something else. It may be influence, it may be money, it may be position, it may be something that you can do for her. Do not fall for her wiles.
So was my assumption earlier correct?
Outline your assumption, and I shall confirm or deny it.
That you had made a certain proposition to Miss Maisie and Miss Marcy, and she rejected your advances.
It never got that far. I may have at one time in the past thought that perhaps Miss Marcy might have had some attractive qualities.
May I spend a token?
Absolutely.
And can I offer to compel Colonel Philip to cry just a little bit as he's saying this may have happened just a little bit?
Publicly displaying strong emotions.
Maybe hold on. Let me think
Okay.
about this and see if I want something in return. What would I'm not gonna force it. I don't know. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head I want in return, so I will accept that token.
So I'll spend one of my resolve tokens and I'm down to one.
Yeah.
But since he's compelling me, I get that token.
Then you get that token. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I think as he starts speaking, and there may have been a time when I once thought Marzi had some attractive qualities, but well, again, I never got as far as any kind of proposal or anything. I will tell you this much, and I believe that I will have fulfilled our agreement without being too inappropriate and revealing too much information. Let's just say that I thought I had made my feelings quite clear, and she chose another. And I think, like, there's a sniffle, and he kind of looks at you, and you think you see a single tear falling down from his eye furthest from you, and then he quickly grabs a handkerchief from his pocket and blows his nose, wipes his eyes. The allergies in this cemetery. Oh my goodness.
Corpse dust.
People leave all kinds of flowers at cemeteries. Who knows what kind of pollen is floating around it in the air.
Fantastic. Let's call that there, and let's take a little break. Say 10 minutes.
Thank you, 10.
Or 8,
Sounds
7
good.
to the hour. Close enough.
Yeah,
Give or take.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Meow, meow, meow.
She chose the sea.
ER.
I'm looking at the book and it's got like a weird tone about like oh like you don't want to interrupt people, so if you like want to use like a resolve token or a monologue token, like you should like hold it up or like say something in chat, so you're not just say like just do what we've been doing. Be like, just be cool, man.
Yeah,
It's not a
again, the
play.
book seems so highly written for people who just don't know how to play games
Yeah,
like this. And so they get super micromanagey about everything.
it's not necessary.
Yeah, maybe people who are not used to giving space.
Yeah, maybe it is necessary. Maybe we'll do a couple more scenes and then do reputation.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to set up Sir Grant and Marzi when Marzi gets back.
Yeah.
Oh, I should change my name.
When Marzi gets back.
How loud is my typing when I type?
Not
People
very.
hear it?
I think I heard it. I mean, it's like it wasn't like, oh god, Mark's typing. That.
It wasn't like it was someone who's got like a super clicky keyboard. It's like
When I bought my most recent keyboard, I bought for several reasons, but one of them was specifically because of all the streams like this we've been doing. It has like very soft keys.
oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I want something that's like, if I forget to mute my mic or something, it's not gonna be like clack, 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 clackety, clack, clack, clack. So yeah, now it's like, this is as loud as it is if I want. Because also since I use this super studio condenser mic, it picks up everything. Of course, Zoom is real good about its auto noise suppression stuff too.
Yeah. So we were talking about setting up a scene with Sir Grant and Miss Marzi.
I was wondering if maybe Miss Marzi goes to sit beside Captain Audrey, and Sir Grant comes by and is like, "Oh, Miss Marzi, we have a spot for you up front with the family."
Oh. Of course, and Marzi sort of gives a short bow to the captain and says something like, "As we know, family, what is it? Precludes family outranks rank."
And Captain Aubrey's like, "I never say that."
Who says that?
Who says that?
What kind of madness is that?
That's sound.
And Marzi follows Grant up to the front row.
Yeah, I think Sir Grant's like, "Whoa, that was a close one. I'm not sure how you got mixed up with the those they sit in the back of the back pew. I'm not sure how you got mixed up in the back pews."
How that make I hadn't got you for a back pewer.
Back pewer.
Oh no, I think the captain is more at ease in the back pews of life.
Yes. And just between you and me, I know the captain is important to you, and you had a lot of adventures, but like Mummy always says, we must know our place. And this place is this place has a very large endowment that comes directly from us, and we must sit at the front.
Oh, so I am of some importance here?
Yeah, absolutely. The Pemberley name is practically etched in the brick.
I think she kind of sits up a little straighter and grins.
Is it too early for me to interject a complication?
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah, I
guys
think it's just I
mentor.
think Sir Grant's just like mentoring
Yeah.
Sir Miss. I think I see that their mentoring relationship is like teaching Ms. Marzi how to like be
Mhm.
traditional, old-fashioned and play the game. And I think that's just like what I think Sir Grant's just pointing out people and is like, oh, and over there is that person, and oh, you can talk to them for this. But yeah, feel free to interrupt.
I thought I would spend a resolve token. If I have to, I can't. It's hard sometimes to judge whether it needs a resolve token or not. Basically, I thought Harriet, Marzi's childhood rival,
Oh, jeez.
would appear at that point and be like, yes, we do all need to know our place. And according to the seating chart, you're in mine.
That sounds like a token. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
If you want your connection to do
Yeah.
something harmful to the interests of major character connection, that's yeah.
Yeah, I think Sir Grant's like, Harriet, with like a very forced smile. What a pleasure.
Sir Grant, it is so noble of you to, well, to mentor someone so difficult. It must be a challenge for you.
I
Someone
think
who just,
Marcy is like earnestly like looking around, like, is there another mentee?
I mean, someone who just does. I'm sure you know better than anyone how presumptuous Ms. Marzi can be.
Well, I know, as you know, that we all have our flaws, and you do remind us of those flaws. I do think that Harriet definitely has a lot of dirt on Sir Grant.
Oh no.
Keeps him in his place in that way. Like,
But
God,
I
it's
don't
like
think Marzi knows this, and so it's just pushing back without like there are no consequences.
and I think Sir Grant's like, Harriet, 1,000 apologies for the
No, no.
mistake. Have my spot.
Sir Grant, you needn't make these sacrifices. You may, Harriet, you may speak to me however you please, but to the good and honorable Sir Grant. We must show proper, decent deference to a pillar of the community, a and whose endowment has made this evening possible.
I think someone as sharp and keen as Miss Harriet has earned a rightful place,
No,
right? Exactly.
Sir Grant, I insist I will not see your magnanimity taken advantage of.
I have to admit that this is one of the few instances when I agree with Miss Marzi. I'm sure there's a reason we were seated together, Sir Grant. Where these seating charts, much thought goes into them.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Must be someone trying to make everyone's lives better.
Absolutely.
That's all that my mother thinks of is the betterment of everyone. She's always trying to improve. She does say improve your station, and if you cannot, station your improvement.
Miss Marzi, I believe the chart says your seat is 5 rows back.
Like she's looking back and then there's the captain. Of course. I suppose that may be where I belong, she says. And then wanders
I don't know if
back.
there ever was like actually like a seating. I don't know if there is even a seating
There
chart.
is no seating chart.
There's no seating chart. I think everyone has just been.
Oh.
It's just
would it be okay with you if Clement waved you over to sit by them?
Oh, sure.
That's good for a number of reasons.
Amazing.
Does the Colonel want to be there for that?
Does who?
Does the Colonel want to be in the scene with Clement and Miss Marzi sitting next to us? Or do you want to make yourself scarce because you hate her?
No, I mean I do think the Colonel is, he's trying to keep his composure. So
I'll have her sit on the opposite side of me, I think. And
I think as she approaches, I think we were probably just wrapping up our conversation when I was warning you against her.
yeah.
So I think I kind of give you a look like, zip, zip it, but it's never happened.
Miss Marcy, so nice of you to, and I think we're still a couple rows ahead of the captain. Was there some confusion up there with Sir Grant and was it Harriet?
Yeah, Miss Harriet evidently
Miss
was
Harriet.
seated next to Sir Grant,
Oh.
apparently.
I know there's been some disagreement about the seating arrangement.
Seating arrangement.
He's the colonel.
Well, I am sure they are arranged for some good reason.
Well, I was hoping to buck that arrangement somewhat so I could speak with you. I mean, not privately, but in confidence.
Oh, of course.
I think that makes
yeah.
the colonel a little bit nervous because he's just thinking, "You're not about to tell her anything. I just told her. Are you?"
I think I'm talking a little bit loudly so that not like loudly, but over a whisper, like a stage whisper, so that the colonel can hear. What is the nature of your relationship with Sir Grant? You're
God,
related, yes? Your cousins or something of the sort?
Let me figure that out. Because we had talked about a few different options. I think she might be an orphan of friends of the family that was taken in as a ward.
Not strictly related.
Yeah. No, my own flesh and blood, my parents died when I was very young, but they were dear friends of Hilda and those at Pemberley, and this is almost like a set speech for her, and they in their great charity and wisdom took me in as their ward, and I, of course, have had to, leaving me, of course, on some, not hoping to inherit, have been finding my own way as a naturalist upon the waves.
I understand that at times it behooves a young woman to find a way to make her fortune in a new family sometimes.
I think the penny drops. I understand that, but and perhaps that may be the way for me, she says, far off look.
I've found my family is not as new to the area as you are, of course, but there's certain strata that one is unable to break through. The established old money looks down upon those who clearly have their own way or their family.
Sir Grant would never.
Well, I don't know that Sir Grant would necessarily, but it is difficult sometimes to break into that older money.
Oh, well, whatever good introductions I may make on your behalf.
Oh, I was actually thinking of making an offer of an easier way to establish yourself with a wealthy family that
I think as this is going on,
difficult.
Captain Aubrey is probably kind of looking towards her. You want to get out of here? You want to go walking? But sorry.
If you would be interested in entering into an arrangement with a very rich family that does not have the chains of tradition around them.
The Colonel?
Oh, no, the Colonel's much too old for that. I don't think that he has quite the financial stability that someone like you is looking for.
Clearly not a match to be made or taken seriously. Only
Clearly
in
not.
jest would such a thing be offered.
I would, however, invite you to entertain the notion of marrying into my family.
Your notion is being considered, Mr. Clement. Your notion is being considered.
And I would like to burn my vulgar tag.
Oh no!
For a compel, for a token, and say, let me put this plainly. I am very rich, and I
Oh no!
understand that you are looking for a very rich husband. I would not only like to be that husband, but I would like you to announce it to those closest to you. I'll give the colonel a look at your earliest possible convenience. And I would like to compel you to accept that
Okay.
or proposal, I guess.
Let's see.
I would like to spend a monologue token
Ooh,
to
yeah.
hear Miss Marcy's inner
Oh, no.
monologue that is going on at this very moment.
Okay, I gotta think for a second. So I'm supposed to receive proposals to, or have proposals with at least two people and then marry one, and then so I think maybe I shall, yeah. So her inner thoughts at this point are, the seas bring a woman to commerce, and commerce brings a woman to understanding. This notion that a marriage, if it is to be made and made well, should be the best of the offers standing. And to that end, one should not accept the first thing, no matter what strange compulsion one might feel. In a new land, you have to assess the land you come to. And in this way is Pemberley no different from any place on the other side of the earth. To have confidence in such a momentous decision, well, one must feel an understanding of the place, and I do not understand Pemberley, though I am of its family. Who is Mr. Stokes? What strange animosity hangs in the air against him? What strange tension sits here at Christmas? I feel fear. I feel, as this opportunity is tremendous, to marry and to be in comfort for the rest of my days. But what strange vipers might be here, lying in wait?
I got to Clement like, huh? So
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think she's going to, I think I'll accept that, and she does promise to tell her closest
like tell Sir
acquaintances.
Grant immediately.
Tell Sir Grant, yeah,
Great. I think that's a good scene.
that causes trouble.
I think there's a meaningful look between me and the colonel, like, see, I did it.
The colonel's fucking fuming.
Oh no.
That's what you asked for, right? I did it.
That's what he does. I'm just curious. Does Miss Marcy remain there at this moment,
Oh yeah.
or does Miss
I
Marcy?
think she heads off to tell people the good news.
Immediately
I-
tells Sir Grant.
Then I think, if I may, I think this scene would then end as soon as she gets up and walks away with the colonel going, so once again, I offer you the benefit of my knowledge, experience, and advice, and you throw it to the wind and do the exact opposite. Did I not just warn you against Miss Marcy? And then you propose to her. You says, obviously, merely to spite me, you petty, petty man. And I get up and storm off.
I would like to grab your coat for a moment.
Okay.
If I may.
No.
Colonel, don't make this.
And I think a lot of people are noticing this, but not raising a fuss.
Or maybe I'm walking out with you. Can I walk out with you? Great. It's all right. He's just having a fit. It's all right. Get him some water. Colonel, I am following your advice precisely. Do you not remember what you warned me about? in detail? And I think we're walking out of the church at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What was your evaluation of Miss Marcy's demeanor towards those who express affection to her?
That she would manipulate them in any way, shape, or form to her own benefits, despite your feelings for her.
Indeed. Do you think she'll actually follow through with this? She seems capricious, does she not? And opportunistic?
So it seems.
And so if I were to be rejected out of hand, it would not be my fault.
Explain. These machinations get too labyrinthine.
I merely took the opportunity to fulfill our gentleman's promise with a definite end to any feelings Sir Grant might have for me, while at the same time protecting myself from the dangers of marriage.
Mr. Stokes, I'm not too proud to admit that in this moment I was a fool. I should have seen this, for now that you have explained it to me, it is so painfully obvious. How did I miss it? My apologies to you, sir. My outburst, at least this most recent one toward you, was unwarranted.
We'll let the others finish in peace. Let's go settle our nerves with a glass of brandy somewhere.
Indeed, sir.
Walk off into the snow. Do y'all want to do one more scene before we do reputation?
Just one Sir Grant just crying to Mummy. No, I don't think so. I think it's understood.
Cool.
Oh, I think, or yeah, I think we could just like understand that Marzi goes and tells Sir Grant, and Sir Grant is like, "Oh, that's wonderful," and but also at any hesitation on Miss Marzi's account is like, "No, you cannot accept and then refuse. That would ruin the family name."
Fantastic.
Oh no.
Cool.
Will have things to say about this.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's go to reputation phase. Reputations. There we go. So we are going to assess assess major character behavior against reputation criteria and create reputation tags. So we'll just go left to right, I guess, starting with me. So the general tags for everyone are you get a positive tag if mouse over. Did I act in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised my desires? I don't know that I did. Did I act in obedience to society's convention despite considerable hardship in doing so?
Where are you finding these?
Mouse over.
Mouse
Also
over
for the
row
positive negative tag.
26. Yeah.
Oh, mouse over. Okay.
Do you think I acted in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship in doing so?
I mean, you did do the marriage as a way out, but
And some hardship, I suppose.
uh
What positive tag would that turn into?
oh, I don't know. I think you're just a
I definitely think
scoundrel.
that could equate to some hardship in that, like, again, depending, in this moment at least, if that's legitimately why you did it, then eventually that would look bad on you if it doesn't work out or whatever. It's like, oh, he proposed to her, and then either she ditched him or he ditched her or whatever. So like that could be potential hardship for you for sure.
So is that like generosity then, or
maybe like because I like followed through on our agreement.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would that be like
What's a word
trustworthy?
for-
Yeah, reliable.
Reliable? Does the colonel think I'm reliable now?
I'm trying to think of a word. I think he does feel, I don't know if he thinks you're reliable. He definitely feels like, I don't know if he feels like the debt has been erased, but he definitely feels like, okay, you did something like in repayment.
I never gave you my word that I would take your offer up. So I think keeping my word is a trait that you might see me having, whether
Sure,
you
sure.
or not.
Something like that. I mean, I definitely think he's got a newfound respect for what you just did.
I'm going to take reliable unless
Yeah,
someone
okay.
better. Is
Cool.
that
No, that's good.
okay? And we can interpret that in the light of.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it's general enough.
and my personal one is: did I secure a personal invitation from someone of a higher status? I did not.
Oh, geez. I
Um,
forgot about those.
I almost was offered one, but I swatted it away in the interest of drama.
I
You
guess in the
chose
interest of
drama.
like, if we didn't want to collect those third tags, that's why you would spend a tag to use a resolve token.
Yeah,
Get rid of them. I'm just trying to cram all this in my brain.
yeah.
Understand it.
Let's see. Negative tags. Do I get a negative tag? Did I act in contravention of society's conventions?
Yes.
What did I do?
I just think like using marriage to be free.
Mm-hmm. What would the negative tag there be?
Being a scoundrel.
Scoundrel.
Manipulative.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
manipulative.
that works.
Did I act on desire in a way that compromised my duty or morality?
I don't
Not
recall.
I don't know.
desire.
I don't think you desire anything. Except for
I'm just here for a good time, man.
here for a good time, not for a long time.
Did I act in an uncouth, low class, or vulgar manner?
Yes,
I believe so.
absolutely, entirely
yeah.
so.
I was gonna say you
Does
at one
anyone-
point
Did
you
anyone
mentioned
perceive you
being
doing it?
vulgar at some point.
But no one
right?
caught you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think a couple of us were there for the like being very direct about money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So I
Maisie.
might
You were
say
direct
like
about money with Maisie.
money obsessed or
Braggart.
ooh.
That's good too.
Oh yeah.
Boastful. I'll take boastful.
Up close full.
Cool. And so that means I trigger one of my negative conditions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's great. Others distrust me and refuse to participate in my schemes and plans,
Oh no.
or someone close to me is appalled by your behavior and refuses to talk to you. Oh man. Let me think on that. I'll choose one later. Miss Marzi.
Let's see. Did I act in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised my desires? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't think of an obvious case. I wasn't doing a good job of giving my character strong desires, so I couldn't really push against it. Acted in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship in doing so.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think the seance thing.
Oh yeah. What would that positive tag be? Oh wait, no. Did you act in obedience to society's conventions? Despite what was,
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. That's
This
the
might be
opposite.
acted in contravention of society's
Contraventions. Oops, sorry.
No
I meant the
worries.
negative.
Oops, all contravention.
And your personal one is
Oh, sorry. So we probably can we? I can go through the rest of them. We can talk about tags.
yeah, go for it.
The other general one acted on desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality. Again, I haven't been playing the desire hard enough. Negative tag: if you acted in a way that would shame or embarrass your place of origin. And I feel like at this point, my place of origin is the sea. Like, have I given sailors a bad name?
Abandoned the captain. I don't know. I don't think you did.
Oh, I mean, well, how's the captain feel about that? Who's playing the captain?
Or is your place of origin Pemberley? Or
Oh, yeah.
that we
I mean, I
Or
feel
your-
like
I guess
or your birth family, yeah.
your birth family.
yeah, it
But
depends
the
on
sea is cool though. I like the
how we
sea.
want to interpret foreign.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, I don't feel like she has a personal connection to her birth parents, though that's important in society, I guess, but it's hard for her to, I think, reflect badly on that.
Yeah.
Pemberley feels like just it's hard to reflect badly on Pemberley because I feel like she's so strongly not of the place in a way.
Right.
So that's why I'm sort of defaulting to
Maybe like
the
your place of
Diana.
origin is just like making outsiders look bad, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't people who aren't from here.
Yeah. Which
Yeah, I
honestly,
can't.
the seance probably
Yeah,
just
the
falls
seance
on
might
that.
be yeah. Seance would
But it isn't just that I'm doing the seance, it's that I'm doing the seance as a way to mess with somebody.
yeah.
Like that's probably the beyond the pale bit.
I mean, I use the adjective macabre, and I don't know if that will lead you in a direction that you don't want to go into. Um, Maybe just like unconventional feels too light.
Yeah, and I've already got strange. I'm wondering if I can lean on the hee hee, I'm playing a trick on you.
Mischievous.
Yeah, mischievous in a negative way,
Yeah,
in an inconsiderate way.
mischievous in a Loki way. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Is that the only tag you hit? Do you think?
Unless
Did
I
you get
think, yeah, I think that's the only tag we've got out of this discussion.
cool? How about the colonel?
Let's take a look. General positives. Did I act in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised my desires?
And your desires are to orchestrate a marriage between people.
Yeah, I want to hook some people up. I don't.
Did you act in a way that contraindicated that?
Nothing's coming to my mind. Y'all been better about remembering. The other acted in obedience to society's conventions, despite considerable hardship in doing so.
You sat next to me and stayed there.
Yeah, I was thinking there. This is kind of funny because like there's two. I think I did both these things, and that there's times when I lost my shit, but there's times when I definitely like kept my shit together despite really wanting to lose my shit.
Would stoic be a tag for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works. Because there's times when I definitely was like, yeah, I definitely felt during our whole conversation with Clement that I was just like keeping it generally cool, and I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna be like you motherfucker. I'm just being very. So yeah, that works. And then my personal one for positive is if I made a sacrifice or denied my own desires to preserve the dignity of yourself or others in an unbecoming situation. And the only thing I could think of there maybe, and I don't feel strong about this, was the fact that despite me supposedly having this bitter rivalry with Marzi Denny, I still like didn't want to give up too much or say too much that would like I fulfilled my deal with Clement, but even then I was still a bit, I still kept some stuff back. I wasn't just like, oh, let me spill all the beans to you. I was like, well, let me not say more than I have to fulfill our agreement.
Discreet.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, I'm good with that if everybody else is. Which means I just triggered a thingy. Pew, pew, pew. Which would be either in closest confidence, I just got a connection, and until this boon is erased, the connection is devoted to me and believes I can do no wrong. Or social capital, when I offer connections or relationship advice in confidence that appears reasonable, they will follow it.
Those are both really good.
Right? No, they you know what? I think I'm going to choose in closest confidence with Sir Grant because of what just happened. I feel like maybe Sir Grant is sort of vulnerable and would be like, oh God, I should have listened to Colonel Philip. He tried to tell me.
Is that a connection though?
Oh no!
No,
Thank
that's a
you.
relationship.
Connection. I was thinking.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting connection is like a
That would either
literal
be
thing.
Jonathan or Isabel. Yeah.
In that. Okay, wait. Let me reassess my decisions. And that's both of these are to do with connections.
Yeah.
Let me see if it makes sense with either connection. Did I deal with any connections? I don't. Oh, I tried to hook Anna up.
Your connections are, or is it just your connections, or
yeah, that's a good question. Let me see.
I think they're just your connections. Yeah. Because other ones might not even know you.
Yeah, good point.
That'd be Jonathan or Isabel.
Interesting. I'll take in closest confidence, and I'll use my favorite aunt because that seems to fit. Because she seems to be like on my side and thinks I'm a great suitor, and yeah, so that seems to work, I think. Now let's look at negative, which I think that I don't think I did any. The generals are: did I act in contravention of society's conventions?
I don't think so.
So either.
I can't think of it. Did I act on a desire in a way that compromised my duty or morality? And I can't think of anything,
You did, however,
You publicly display strong
love
emotions.
like a baby in
Yeah,
public.
boy. And not only that, but also like flew off the handle and kind of blew up at several people.
So emotional.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh my God, how dare you describe the colonel as emotional?
Fantastic.
And I think that's all of them, yeah.
Cool. So Grant.
All right, I might need some help. I gain a positive tag if I acted in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised my desires.
Yeah, and your desires are to bolster your love, interest, reputation, and then win your parents' permission to marry them.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because the conversation with Colonel Phillip, I think I was trying to bolster the reputation of Clement
Mm-hmm.
by saying, like, at least he's consistent, and has the ability to, like, tell me, like, hold me. But I'm not sure. I guess I need to be clear about what
Your duty or like what do you think your duty to the family is?
I think my duty to the family would be to marry someone like Anna or some good connection, not Clement.
So probably didn't hit this one.
I don't think I hit that one.
Did you act in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship?
I don't know if I did on screen. I think that there's like there would have been a moment like at that when Marzi told Grant that could have been that, but I don't think I did it on screen.
Evidence of it.
And your personal one is did you deny your desire or make a sacrifice to uphold the family name?
I mean, by not, yeah, only that on that last moment.
Yeah. I feel like
Scream.
there's a tag in that last moment, even if
Yeah.
it's strictly a scene.
What do you think that tag would be then?
I just think like I wonder if Grant seeing any hesitation in Marzi's, I think I'm being like, oh no, you can't go back on your word.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That would ruin the family name.
Yeah. What's the positive tag for that? Loyal?
Oh.
Yeah.
That sound right?
Empathetic or
Yeah.
But I don't have to have a positive tag this time. That's fine.
yeah, or a negative. I mean,
like
you
you
could
got it.
also interpret it negatively as like too concerned about reputation, I guess, or
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if you told Marzi to like go for it, like I think that counts as the positive one for your personal one for sure.
Yeah. I feel like that's true and that happened.
Loyal,
And then
empathetic. What do you feel like?
encouraging.
Encouraging, yeah.
where are you seeing those? I'm only seeing.
That's just trying to like think of what the tag for that would be.
Oh, I thought I only could choose from these.
Oh no, those are just like suggestions for the initial ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything that's up, you think would be playable, basically, something that you could.
Yeah, I guess loyal because I'm like I'm going down with you if you go down.
Nice. So you get a loyal tag there.
I think I did a better job at the. Oh, oops. I get a positive reputation.
Oh, you
Yeah,
get
not
it.
there in the second spot.
Oh,
Third-
second.
Yeah, the third one would trigger your
That's
condition.
tricky. Okay. Okay. Only two. Loyal. For negative tags, acted in contravention of society's conventions. I don't think I did that.
Nothing coming to mind.
I think I did act on desire in a way that compromised my duty or morality in the conversation with Colonel Phillip,
Mhm.
because he was really trying to set me up with someone who would have been an easy match, and I was like, no, I'm in love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that a negative one? Or
I
what?
think it's acted on my desire in a way that compromised my duty.
Yeah, what do you think the tag
Yeah.
would be?
It's like
Uh,
is there an adjective for like committed to love to a fault?
oh yeah.
hung
Romantic.
up.
Is romantic a negative tag?
Hopeless romantic?
Foolishly romantic. No, bad
Foolish.
moves.
Yeah, I think just
Obsessed.
romantic is good enough. Like that's
Yeah, I think a
that's
romantic is
that's
not a
flavor.
good trait in my character.
Yeah, something like Mooney or Maudlin.
Yeah.
Oh, Mooney. Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mooney.
And anyone can tag that on you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, that should be fun.
Wait, what does that mean?
So that means that let me look up the
What does the word mean, or what does it mean that we can tag it on you?
That
negative
you can tag it.
Mechanism.
so negative tags can be used by anyone against the interests of that character. So I think if I'm reading it right, that means that someone can use one of your negative tags to get a resolve token to compel you to do something. Or
So
do
like in
you,
a scene, one of us could be like, "Oh, but you know, you're pretty moony right now, and I'm gonna say that you would do this because of that."
or do an environment things like, oh, because we're gonna do your Mooney thing, and there's like you see like Clements across the yard and like the moon falls apart across his face.
Oh,
Perfect.
So someone
yeah.
basically can take someone's negative tag, and turn it into a resolve token, which
Okay, cool.
yeah, which takes their negative tag off, but does something in the story against them.
Oh,
I also think
cool.
it's really interesting after watching that whole round of tags. I think it's important for us to keep in mind, unlike like in the last game, we really wanted to hit our questions to get XP points.
Mhm.
But in this game, it feels like equally like get them or don't. It doesn't. It is or it's kind of either way is okay. So it's not like, oh man, I didn't get on my positive tags.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's fine to not get
It's
tags.
kind of
as well.
XP in the way that resolve tokens are, like
Mhm.
burning those to manipulate the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're only as strong as the tokens are, I guess.
Yeah. But it's like, it's not necessarily a negative thing to be like, oh, so it's not like a huge deal, I guess. I'm saying if you don't get all a shitload of tags.
I'm already behind. I only have one extra tag.
Did you hit your personal negative tag? If you
No, I don't think I did.
didn't shame the okay, great.
I didn't shame or embarrass the family name
Well, good for you.
this time.
You
Family's happy.
Glaring at Marzi.
I didn't shame or embarrass the family name.
great. And if anyone had one checked off and they drop below 3, then they uncheck it now. I need to choose mine, and I think I'm gonna choose fracture.
Oh no,
I
what is
think
that
someone
one?
Fucking
close
devil.
to me is appalled by my behavior and refuses to talk to me. I think that might have to be Sir Grant.
Yes, I'm not talking to you.
That totally.
I am mad at you,
Yeah,
but I love you.
that's how that works. Cool. Then we go to rumor and scandal.
Oh no.
And scandal. How's that work? Once every cycle, a rumor, a piece of gossip flying around town. They don't have to be about major characters. They can be about connections or even world events. In a game featuring naval officers, for example, the rumor war will break out with France and the Navy will be called back is a good rumor. During this phase, we act as the society instead of our major characters. It's not our actual characters that's creating the rumors. It's just the town as a whole. Rumors help players connect plot lines and blah, blah, blah. Cool. So we create and spread rumors. We go around and take turns to either create or spread a rumor.
Okay.
Direction is so we'll go left to right and then right to left back. So everyone goes twice.
I was about to say we each do, twice of either creating or spreading. Right?
Yeah, it says go around the circle and then go the reverse direction. So it's
it makes. I vaguely remember that.
Cool. During the turn, a person can either create a rumor or spread a rumor. Each rumor can only be spread once. If there's no rumors, blah, 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 blah. You must create one. So basically the way it works is if we look at the rumor and scandal tab, there's rumors, you can spread or they can fade. So basically if a rumor is, how does this work? So if a rumor is spread, it's widely known and most people think it's true. So most people right now think that I'm an ungrateful cad.
Because you are.
When someone chooses to spread a rumor, you mark the circle next to it. This represents a resolve token that is now what? This represents a resolve token is now attached to it. Any person can spend this resolve token during a novel or epistolary phase, to have the rumor change the story. Oh, so those are free. Spread rumors are free tokens that people can use. Great.
Oh, geez.
Just like in life.
And then once someone uses that token, you cross off the rumor. If a rumor is not spread, then it'll be marked as faded. And then if a faded rumor is not bumped up, then it will fade away.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff. I think it's a lot simpler than it sounds.
It is, yeah. My one question that I can't remember, I was reading, is so a rumor, say someone creates a rumor, if it doesn't get spread this round, it gets marked as fading.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't get spread again in the second round, it's gone.
Yeah.
But in the second round, if it does get spread,
the fading goes away.
But you mark spread, and now it is a spread rumor with a token and all that shit.
And rumor spread, it becomes
Basically, does it just get rid of fading, or does it get rid of fading and make it a spread rumor? And all that shit. I think it actually makes it
I think it actually spreads it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it doesn't just bump it up one; it just makes it
right. Yeah. It's not just undoing the fade; it's actually making it a spread.
Got it. Cool. Good call.
I think that's what I was. Yeah.
Cool. So I will. So let's see. What's up happened there? I'm going to start with. Did we establish what the name of the graveyard we're at is?
We did not. I don't think.
Do we want to make it like the Pemberley graveyard?
Yeah, I think it's the new Pemberley graveyard, even though it's very, very old. It's 600 years old, and the one that's
it's the newer one.
The new yard.
So the rumor I'm adding is ghosts have been seen frightening visitors to new Pemberley graveyard.
Okay, and then we're on to me, and I can either introduce a rumor or spread an existing one.
Yep, correct. Currently, right now, you have one to spread.
One
the
to
other one's already
choose
spread.
from. Oh man, trying to this. I'm thinking way too hard about this.
I guess think of things that would be fun to see in the story.
Okay.
I think that's the rumor. You like come up with good enough rumors that other people want to spread them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could spread your own.
Well, also there's the one about you and the one about the ghosts. So it's like they can be about specific people or general.
Yeah.
Things.
Okay.
They're gonna be like Mars is a gold digger.
Okay. I think I've got to throw this in. I'll make my rumor that that Marzi is already married.
Whoa! Love it.
So that's me, right?
Yes.
That's a tough call. I know we're not doing these as our characters, but regardless.
But in this case,
But regardless,
Interest
I
of your
feel
character.
the influence of the Colonel
Yeah.
to spread that Marzi rumor.
So most people believe that is true. That's going to be a problem for me. Okay, great. Good, good. And then Sir Grant gets to do 2.
Wait, what? Okay. I want to spread the rumor that Hilda is ill and hiding it.
Ooh.
oh wow.
Do I get to write it?
What's that?
Do I write it or
Yeah.
Hilda is deathly ill, but hiding it until Grant can get his shit together. Sir Grant can prove he's irresponsible here. Oh, the Marzi
Wow.
one is good though. I'm glad you already spread it.
Oh, I just saw that resolve token reference tab. I should look at that more.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
It's a handy
wow.
tab.
Yeah. I
Gonna read that.
definitely was like studying that as I was.
not helpful in the moment, but might be helpful to read during
Yeah.
before.
And you can either write another one or spread one of those.
Oh, I'm going back.
Yeah, because now we reverse the order.
Fuck. Let's see who we got. And the spreading it doesn't make it true. It just means that everyone knows it.
Yeah, it makes everyone knows it and probably believes it is true, and it could become true in play, but it's not necessarily true yet.
Okay.
But it's what everyone thinks, right?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks.
Generally.
Looks like there's some moving around of rows happening.
Oh, is there? Sorry, I messed with some formatting. I think I see what I did wrong. Sorry.
Oh, thank you for fixing the font. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also messed up a font color there. Yeah.
I'm not sure I have another one. I forgot I had to do 2 in a row.
You want to just spread one? I guess you can spread your own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess I'll spread my own. It doesn't. I don't
these
really want to do that. But...
tokens to-
All right then. So back to me.
to- Yeah, everyone could just like do one and spread it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the Colonel
No.
A dirty old man.
voluntarily retired instead of being discharged because of his temper.
Ah, yes.
Oh no.
I was thinking of something like that, but I couldn't figure
Right.
it out exactly.
Okay, so if we don't spread that now, it'll get marked as fading, but we can bring it back.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce one, and yeah, just because I want to get this in the mix. Yeah, do I want this now? I will probably, yeah, okay. I'll say Marzi is the biological daughter of Sir Grant's mother. Is the bastard child of Pemberley.
Oh.
Sister?
Hmm?
Stepsister? half sister.
Yeah, be my
Yeah, I think
half
it would be
sister
something.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Command, Marzi, Hilda. Hmm.
Oh, this is a fun mechanic.
What's good here? I'm going to add that the what is it? The yeah. Just nailing Marzi over and over again, but the Diane is soon bound for a long voyage, and Marzi's leaving with it.
Oh.
Hussy. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fading rumors, 3 spread rumors.
And so the spread ones we can spend.
The spread ones are free resolve tokens. Yep.
Cool. And then we could spread any of the remaining ones after the next session.
Yeah, and
Okay,
anyone that are not spread are go away.
Does it say, do you recall? And I don't know why this would happen, but if one of the ones that was spread does not get used, does it go to fading next rumor?
I don't think so. I think they just stay spread.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, so those tokens just sit there until somebody uses them?
Rumors have not been spread. Da, da, da. Yeah, I think it just stays spread.
Interesting.
Yeah, it goes away when you use the token.
Oh, sure.
But it doesn't necessarily become true. So
Correct.
that can.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
can.
if you spend the token, it might still be something everyone believes, but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah. It's just not
mechanically
mechanically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Cool. So that's that. Then we write up to 2 letters from a major character or connection in the epistolary phase. For writing letters, each person may write up to 2 letters from either their major character or connection they control. To write a letter, you must first state who the letter is from and who will receive it. So that's either from your character or a connection that you play. Then you dictate the contents of the letter out loud. There's no limits to what you can include in a letter, but normal rules for collaboration, etc. Apply. So you can use resolve tokens here as well.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Letters may communicate a message, describe a past event or series of events, or document a change in feelings or intentions. If you want to receive a letter from someone specific, you can use resolve tokens to get someone to do that. That could be a one-off character that we haven't seen yet, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
BRB, bathroom break.
Yeah, get it.
Pew, pew, pew.
Let's see, is there anything else? If you're not sure who should play, the epistolary phase is over once each player has composed up to 2 letters, which I suppose means everyone could just skip it.
Oh, yeah.
If no one wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Compose -5 letters.
Up to
Okay, now you've got 32,900. Cool. So after this, I think we'll break end after the letter writing phase.
Sorry, I wish.
Because then we'll go back to novel chapter reputation, letter writing.
yeah.
Yeah.
During upkeep, so if the monologue tokens aren't used in the next novel chapter, they will be used compulsorily in the upkeep phase.
Oh, interesting.
So everyone must use their monologue tokens.
Oh, and who monologued this cycle? Someone gave a monologue.
That was you.
It was me. My brain is in top condition today. Mark that on the sheet.
Do you mark that for yourself? yourself, or?
There's a question. Have you monologued this
Oh,
cycle?
yes.
Yes or no?
Oh, so does that means only you can't spend everyone can't spend monologue tokens on the same person, basically,
Oh, okay.
right?
I was wondering. Yeah, I'd asked that earlier. If you
That would
could
make sense.
That's a sensible reason to track that on the sheet.
Yeah. Repetition tags, negotiation, solve tokens. Conflict, inner monologues.
What are you doing? Are we still writing letters?
Where's it? Where
Still planning to write letters.
but if anyone would like to write a letter, please go for it.
I think Marzi is writing a letter to Grant, to Sir Grant, saying, please forgive me for not discussing this in conversation, for I find my thoughts better composed upon the page. I need to confide that though I am committed to Mr. Stokes, I have fears that my heart is not, that I am letting my concern for connection and safety supersede the needs of my heart. I love another dearly and ardently, but even that I must keep close to my heart and away from the page. Your dearest, Miss Marzi Denny. One.
One letter.
Burdening me with your feelings.
I don't see anything that says each person can only monologue once, but I like that rule if we want to house rule it, just to make sure everyone gets a chance to.
Oh, that one, each person. Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
What do we mean?
Once per novel time?
We're talking about within the game, I think, the monologue tokens.
Yeah, it's on line 13. There's a yes, no for heavy monologue this cycle.
It's like, could we make one person do 3 monologues?
Yeah. I don't see anything that says you can't. I don't know if that, let me see if that's on the actual real character sheets or if that was just someone put.
And a monologue only happens if someone else makes you, right?
Dows you with it. Yeah, spends the MT.
Yeah. I don't see that on the actual character sheets.
Okay.
Well,
Interesting. Maybe it's
fine with me.
But that's what it seems like. It feels like that's why they would have row 13. Otherwise,
but I mean, it's not on the character sheets and it's not in the rules. So I think whoever made the keeper just added
I see what you're saying.
it there for any reason.
Seems fun to have the possibility of one person getting buffeted with more than one monologue.
I think maybe it's just for our reference, like if someone's feeling left out, if we're not wondering about. Yeah, we can play it by ear. It's fine.
Cool.
I think Clement will write a letter, and I think this letter is to Anna, but it is one of many letters inviting the people of Pemberley to an engagement ball between him and Ms. Marzi.
Who was that being sent to? Sorry.
I think this particular letter is being sent to Anna, who is a friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
And it's dearest Anna, your gracious presence is requested for a party celebrating the engagement of Mr. Clement Stokes and Miss Marzi Denny of Pemberley. And there's details about the event. And I think there's a postscript specifically to Anna. Needs to think more of themselves. Says Ooh, do I need to spend a token for this? I'm going to spend a token for this. I'm going to spend a resolve token. It says, I know that we have had our dalliances in the past and things have run hot between us. But I assure you that although my tender feelings towards you were genuine, Now I have only eyes for my new fiance. So please do not. Please let's not have another, Emberly, Emberton situation again,
God
implying that
damn it, Stokes.
Anna attempted to woo him while he was publicly with someone else before.
And does Anna receive that resolve token?
That's a great. I think that's just establishing something in the fiction.
Okay.
Like that's not compelling her to do something. That's just saying
Ooh.
the past. You were one of the people who threw yourself at me when it was not appropriate. So please, let's not do that here this time. Privately, maybe, but not in public. Cool. That's my letter. 1, 2.
And it does say up to 2, so I
Up
guess
to
we
2,
don't
yeah.
have to do 2
No,
letters.
you could do 0 if you want.
That's true. Oh my
-5.
god. I just for shits and giggles and because I think it'd be fun. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking of a couple of different mechanics here, and let me see exactly how I want to handle this.
Oh yeah, and anyone can spend tokens as normal in this case.
Oh, to compel people to do things.
Yeah. Like if you would like someone to write a letter to you, you use a token for that. If you want to interject in someone else's letter, you can do that.
Yeah.
World is full of possibilities. It's like if we wrote a letter from a connection we control,
Mm-hmm.
that then we would spend that connection's resolve token if they were going to do something that needed to resolve.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Why do I have 3 resolve tokens and everyone else has?
Because you accepted one.
Yeah.
Oh.
If I want to compel you to do something, I spin the token and you get it if you accept our
Oh.
deal.
I'm being rewarded for being a doormat.
Yeah.
Finally it has rewards. Okay.
I don't have a fully formed vision of this yet, but it's very general. I'm going to spend one of Harriet's resolve tokens to deliver a letter to Miss Marzi from Harriet saying, Miss Marzi, it was so delightful to run into you at the mass service, even though it was only because you were in my seat. Period. It reminded me of all the many times we have shared in the past, all the knowledge we hold of each other's lives and secrets. What was it that you were caught doing that time in the garden? My memory fails me. Or does it? Who knows if what I recall is the truth or a story skewed by the winds of time. Ah, memories. Best, Harriet. Or no, yeah, Harriet. So basically, a spinning resolve token that there's some dark secret Marzi holds.
Nice.
That Harriet knows.
Does Nick, do you want to do any of your characters'
I'm
letter?
having trouble thinking of one.
It-
Can it be an unsent letter?
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Good.
Because I want Hilda to like write a letter to Sir Grant.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
that is like to be opened after my death. It was like, my dearest pumpkin.
I'll take notes on this for how to play Hilda.
I know. I don't call you that anymore. I admit that I have felt I needed to have a larger distance with you. I always worried that my dotage on you had created a soft dreamer. And in many ways, I was right. It is what I have always disliked the most about you. At the same time, it is also what I admire most about you, because it is what you have, that spark of passion that comes exactly from my own bosom. And I know the denial that the Haywoods of Pemberley must live with in order to keep our good name, our house, our lands. And if it is of any consequence to you, that at least by having your own children, you'll become a little bit more free, in that you can see your own wildness in them. This I wish for you. Until then, just know that I am just as tortured as you. But I will never admit it. Because if you're reading this, I am no more.
Is that the end of the letter?
Yeah, and I think it's just like placed in a drawer in her desk.
I would like to.
I put a gun on the table, didn't I?
I would like to take the rumor that is spread about Hilda being deathly ill and turn it into a resolve token to deliver the news of Hilda's death.
What? We never got to see her insult people.
Resolve
Damn it.
token.
The news
Fuck.
of her death.
The news of her death. I imagine
News of her
she
death.
died of her, and the letter was then delivered to Sir Grant.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Did
Hilda in
I
a
need to
mustache
spend?
lurking around in all subsequent scenes.
Say that again. Did you need to spend what?
Did I need to spend resolve tokens to have her send that to me, or?
No, that was just your letter you could send.
Okay.
Ghost Hilda.
Ghost
We have
Hilda.
established ghosts though, so Hilda's not out.
Okay.
Yeah, but Hilda dies of whatever her sickness was. There's a big family funeral, and Sir Grant has delivered his letter.
Hilda died and dealing with everyone's shit.
Sick of your shit.
Out.
Hilda out.
Hilda out.
We find her secret family. And...
Sir Grant's dead mom.
Oh
God
no!
damn it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I imagine the estate is not his yet, but will be once he marries.
Do we have another letter? Or do we want to go out on that?
I don't think we're going to top that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. We'll end it with with Sir Grant reading that letter.
We'll never see this letter unless she dies. Okay.
Oh shit. Like in the movie, it's like the camera is reading the letter in her voice, panning down, and then we pull back to him reading it.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh.
Great. That is our first session then, and we'll start next time with the novel phase. Let's go ahead and do Stars and Wishes. Let's go from right to left, and we'll start with Nick.
That's me. Yeah, stars for these characters. They're very fun and evocative to build worlds with. Yeah, stars for ghost hunting and keeping it and stars for our tone too, because I know that we are capable of telenovela and chaos, and we managed restrained regency. I think. And wishes, I think I'm not quite understanding the token mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because we already do it so much with each other. That I'm like, oh, I feel like I just would ask someone
Right.
that.
I think if I can address that, I think you're right with the compelling a character to do that. I think that's definitely in our general thing. I think the requirement to do it, like we couldn't just say like, oh, Hilda died. I needed to spend a token for that to happen.
Okay, yeah.
We couldn't just agree that that was a thing. Whereas in most of the games we could.
Okay, so there's like a mechanic there. Okay. I would like to I wish I understood it, and I will keep working on that to understand it. I think that's me.
Cool. Colonel Heath.
Yeah, it was. I know this game is like a lot to grok in our heads, but still, it's fun discovering it. And like as soon as we kind of started playing, I felt like it started getting easier and easier to
Mm.
I loved all the choices we made and figuring out like entanglements and like things that made sense. Like, oh, it makes sense now to do that with that bird. Oh, yeah, I see how this is all fitting together. So yeah, just stars on everybody's choices and characters, and it's a fun mechanic to be able to have Mark as a player as well. So that's kind of fun for all four of us to really get to play together.
Yeah, I think this worked really well as a GMless game. I think probably way better than it. But.
Wishes just for my own comfort. I do want to like read through it all and get. I'm just always more comfortable when I know the system better and I'm not constantly like questioning like, wait, how's it work or what can I do or especially with this game because there's like so many. It's like you got to remember try to spend your monologue tokens. Oh yeah, and don't forget to say you got these resolve tokens, but you can also use your tags and spend those for tokens. Oh, and you can also trigger other people's negative tags for tokens, and you can so there's like so many things you can do it. Oh, you can bring a connection in if that's gonna which is fun, but also like yeah, it's trying to me, I always like playing with all the toys in the toy box. Just trying to keep everything in mind and it's fun as well because it's everybody can be involved at any time. Like even if it's like, oh, it's just a scene between Mark and Peter, so, right? But then one of the connections could show up, or anybody could call out one of the negative tags, and so it's fun in all the choices as well. In that, like,
I have to pay attention all the time. Yeah.
yeah, you got to pay a lot of but at least I never feel like I definitely never feel like oh, I don't know what to do. It's more like, oh, which of the 10 possible things do I do? So just getting to know it better and yeah, getting to just know the characters better and like a couple people said, like knowing our own desires so we know sort of like have we played into that or played against it or I mean, but overall, despite even though it's more complicated than what we usually play, though, I still think it's like it was a lot of fun for sure, and like I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
That's me.
Peter.
Yeah, the usual stars for everyone for playing strong characters and taking a strong delight in getting people into trouble, which I think is a strong aspect of Austin that we're bringing into this, of just like the worst things happening within the social context over and over again. I think a star for all y'all for handling a lot of mechanics here. My head has been had the crap kicked out of it this week, so I've spent a lot of time just kind of like there are points and tokens and what? And I appreciate a lot of people shouldering the more of the burden there of keeping the train running here. Um, a star for the rumor and scandal mechanic. I really like this idea of being able to just sort of pitch ideas for things that might be in the mix and we're not necessarily making them true, and there's this sort of buy-in mechanic on it. That seems very interesting. Kind of like the tilt and fiasco a little bit. Like we have things that can send the story in different directions. I have a wish, which is something we've alluded to occasionally. I wish I were more aware of my desire and better able to play into it. I think that'll help me kind of, I have a strong sense of kind of the vibe of the character, but I don't, without the objective, sometimes it's hard for me to figure out where to push them. And I start playing like game mechanics more than I'm playing improvising the character. So I'm going to try and read that at the top of the session, get that back into my head.
Yeah.
If any of y'all can at any point remind me, so Peter, how does this play into your character's desire for blah?
You're just angling to get people to propose to you. That's
Yeah, or trying to set things up to propose to them.
yeah.
Another thing is another wish I have is to more strongly play this am I doing things that fit social convention or contravene it?
Mhm.
So I'm going to try harder to do that myself. And again, if anybody can remind me, like occasionally, like, oh, Marzi, what will people say if you do this? And then I'll be able to more consciously be like, okay, I'm fully committed to getting a negative tag out of this. Um, but yeah, I'm also eager to see Wish, like as we get more conversant with like all these different mechanics, which I suspect work better on a table where you just have a bunch of tokens and
Yeah, I
cards
did the cards. Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, this. But I think as we get that all in our heads, it'll be fun to see more of it popping up in the game more readily. Um, and yeah, I have a wish to see like what the aftermath of Hilda's death is
Yeah.
and how that plays out. But I think that's everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star to everyone for jumping in on this and muscling through all the mechanic stuff. Um, yeah. It feels like it could be fewer pages of reading, but yeah, that's what making I go through to teach myself a game. As I read through it, I make notes in Obsidian and just kind of like make my own cheat sheet for it. So that I did that again today, and that helped a lot. Kind of like firming up. I was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do scenes to start off with. Great. But then like y'all said, like there's a lot of which tokens do I spend and which things do I do and how do I da da da. Like it's not just scenes. It's actually like very directed, which is cool. It's got a lot of stuff pointing at what the game is supposed to be, which feels neat. And I think I was a star for the game. Also, like I was worried that like just because we are good at doing this, we would not need the resolve tokens, and we just kind of like allied that entire mechanic. But it seems to be working pretty well. So I'm looking forward to seeing it get more working. Star for bringing making ghosts a thing. That was great. Star for the Colonel just being an angry walrus all the time. Star for Sir Grant just like taking it. get a bunch of tokens, but man, it's gonna be fun to watch that situation develop. Yeah, I'm enjoying like not knowing. I think we have. I feel like I have a pretty clear idea of what most of the characters are, and I think Story Brain would have a good idea of like where the story is going. I've there's a bunch of ideas, a bunch of possibilities that are open, but there's no like, oh yeah, it's just gonna play out this way. So it's cool. I like it. Wish for clearer rules to read. I'm really curious how the inner conflict thing is going to work.
I forgot.
Do that. Um, yeah. Also curious if Ben is able to make it, how a fifth player will fit in.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Trying to interject a fifth person with all the
And
intertwininess.
yeah, we'll see what happens next, I guess. Cool. Yeah, I sounds a little backhanded. I like this more than I expected to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ben goes Tilda. Great. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet?
Yeah, just eager to see if Ben can join us. And
Yeah. Be
yeah,
nice
that
to have
plays.
Ben.
Cool. Goodbye to the internet.